Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I also want to say Shalom to the Akim and Akwath out there that are in this truth. Coming at you with a quick little lesson. I didn't really want to get in on this because it's a little goofy, to be honest with you. But, it came to me last night. I was scrolling through Reddit looking at the news, and this came up, man, and it was so out there that I had to do something on it, man, because this is ridiculous. This is by The Sun, a UK news publisher. The article's titled "Button Run: China Make COVID Anal Swabs Mandatory for All Foreign Arrivals After Japan and US Blasted Humiliating Procedure." The link? No, that's not the link. China has made humiliating anal Crown Royale swabs compulsory for all international travelers arriving to the country. Yeah, man. So, not much to even say on that as it is. I'll read this article and then I'll get into some scripture to talk about it. But, yeah, man, this shit's ridiculous. Beijing claims the procedure, which involves a 5-centimeter long saline-soaked swab shoved up the patient's bum, is more accurate to that other on the spot is more accurate than other on the spot virus tests. Slovakia. Yeah, man. So they're sticking a Q-tip up your ass. What they're saying, trying to say it in a roundabout way. China will make all foreign visitors to undergo an anal Crown Royal swab test. Doctors in China have been using the anal test on quarantined patients to check if they are free of Crown Royale. Li Tongzhang, a respiratory disease medic, told the state media that Crown Royale traces stay detectable for longer in shit samples than they do in the nose or throat. They're using all these fucking stupid terms, poo, bum. I guess that's popular out in England. They don't like, being too ruthless with it. Sticking a Q-tip up your ass, man. Straight up what it is. However, the prospect of foreign visitors being swabbed ass has sparked controversy. Japan is calling on China to stop using the undignified test. Some pastors said it caused them psychological distress. And yeah, man, when you got Japanese people telling China to stop using that, that's bad, man, because Japan does some weird ass shit too. They're on some weird ass shit. So everyone's basically like, yo, you gotta stop. But I wouldn't be surprised if this came to the U.S. honestly, with all the goddamn sodomites that they have here. Anyway, moving on. Last week, China allegedly ordered American diplomats to undergo the tests, sparking a row with the State Department. Beijing has denied claims, but Washington has slammed the test as undignified. In response, Lu Hongzhou, a Chinese doctor, told the media that travelers could provide a shit sample at the airport instead. Can you imagine that, man? But, people wouldn't have saw this shit coming in a million years, man. One day you have to go on an airplane, you got a fucking shit in a cup. That's some crazy shit. Chinese experts have claimed swabs are more accurate than nasal and throat tests at finding the virus, essentially. Swab tests at Chinese airports are part of the Communist Party's sweeping scientific adjustments aimed at controlling the pandemic. The procedure involves inserting a cotton swab about 3 to 5 centimeters into you and rotating it. And much like the nasal method, the swab is removed before placing into a sample container. The entire procedure is said to take about 10 seconds, according to China's National Health Commission. I got a fucking poll here. Poll, would you have this? I don't even want to say the word, man. I've said it too much. It's fucking uncomfortable. I'm not into these polls, but I'm kind of curious if I hit something, if it'll let me see other people's let's say. Okay, so most people think it is over the top. That means there was a there was before it went away. I think it said 24% of people uh, agreed with it. Fucking guaranteed there were sodomites. Guaranteed they had no problem with it. But yeah, man, this kind of every month, almost every week now, it seems some goofy ass methods coming out for something or other. It doesn't even have to be with the Crown Royale. It can be about anything. They're getting crazy with this stuff. It's like an all out shit fest with what they can come up with. You know, I thought y'all said that the other swab test was fine. Now you got to do this. They got a whole fucking pamphlet on what's gonna go down. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna get into some scriptures and then I'm gonna just cut it off because I don't have much to go on this. I just need this news to get out because this shit's fucking stupid. Um. Okay, we'll start with this. It's First Corinthians 2:5, Slovakia. That your faith shall not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. Man, I've said it in my other lessons that I put out recently. I know I've been leaning on it recently, but it all comes back to this stuff, man. You can't be putting your faith in men, because look what they come out with. They come out with this goofy shit right here. They come out with this stuff. The Most High would never come out with something as stupid and ignorant as that. You know. But I guarantee you, there's a lot of people out there that would have no problem running off to go to China or wherever they need to go and had to get that test. They'd still fucking go and fly on their planes if they had to get that. It's ridiculous. I know I wouldn't be getting that shit. Hell no. No reason to be going to China in the first place. I don't know. A few brothers out there have to do some type of business travel. I don't know, and you have to do it. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know what I'd do. I know I'd just get my ass back on a plane and wouldn't stick around for that. But yeah, man, like I said, to just gotta trust in the Lord, and not trust in not just Esau, but all these heathen nations, Moab, you know, they're basically like Moab's just like basically like a bunch of little kids, because they're inbred, and so they're basically not all there in the head. This is Proverbs 3:5 to 3:6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not into your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. And this is, not entirely on the subject. Lean not into thy understanding kind of goes on something else. But it basically, it can be used in this way, as in, the Most High Yahweh, he's gonna direct your paths, He's gonna, if you pray to him and ask him, to direct your paths and to lead you on a good route, and not set you aside, he's not gonna, but if you don't have that, if you're not in this truth of something, you're gonna see things like this, and they might be appealing to you because you're trying to get somewhere. When in reality, that's messed up, man. You're not supposed to be having anything shoved up your ass. Yeah, trust in the Lord, trust in Yahushua with all your heart, lean not into your own understanding. And it can be used in this way as, some of you might think in your own understanding this is okay because, you need to test if you're sick or whatnot. Look, man, first of all, you should be having faith first and foremost, but, and while getting that fucking pick jammed up your nose isn't inherently wicked per se. It shows where your heart lies. If you're gonna trust in a guy to jam a Q-tip up your nose to see if you're sick, instead of just praying, because I've gone into it in in one of my other lessons. There's other ways, to keep yourself from getting afflictions. If you get an affliction, pray, drink some damn tea. Pray over the tea. Ask Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to heal you, Go through that. And not, instead of getting your ass in a car and going and getting some Q-tip shoved up your nose instead. It's ridiculous, you know, because there's a lot of you jakes out there, and especially Edomites, because Edomites don't even have faith, but a lot of you jakes don't have faith either, because you're seeking to be like your oppressors, and you're not supposed to be doing that shit. And so yeah, that's all I got on this. But let's see. I'll grab this one real quick. Bear with me here. Here it is, Proverbs 3:31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. And these getting these things shoved up your nose is one of his ways, you know. And if you take your ass down there, who knows, you know, being Jake, you know, some of you Jake, you know, might not necessarily look like Jake. For me, example, you know, you'd see me walking on the street, you wouldn't think that I'm a Jake, you know, if you're one of those black only Israelites, you know, when color has nothing to do with it in the first place. But that's getting off track. But if you look like a Jake, or you know, even if you don't look like a Jake, you know, they might have that spirit on them to still know that you want them, and who knows what they might do to that shit. You know, they might put poisons in it. They might give you the crown royale. You don't know. You don't know. That's why you're not supposed to trust your enemies like that. This is the last one. This is Psalms 91:4. I believe I've gotten this on one of my past lessons too, but still, it goes for this as well. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. And you know, when they're talking about he, they're talking about Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, you don't need none of these masks, these jabs, or this getting a Q-tip shoved up your ass or up your nose. None of that, man. Because you know, if you just pray to the Most High, He's gonna cover you. He's gonna keep you from these things. You know, Lord willing. You know, if that's in your lot, that's in your lot. But you know, you just gotta trust in Him, man. Because with faith, it can get you just about anything, as long as it's, you know, it's a righteous thing. You know, you're not gonna ask for, you know, guns and stuff, but you know, if you pray, there's been several brothers out there that put out Hebrew prayers. You got Hebrew prayers for healing. I put out a lesson on, you know, if you get a stomach ache or something, what you can make. I'm gonna, Lord willing, I'll make more of those videos as I go along, with healing remedies. You know, you got things like your teas you can use. You can, you know, boiling down herbs into a tea. Um, Prayer, first and foremost, is prayer. You know, if you make your tea, you always want to pray over it. Um, Stones, you know, there's stones that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you know, put on this earth, like minerals that can be used for healing. And you know, I've heard from other brothers' videos that they've heard other people talking about how those things are wicked, because, you know, they're used in witchcraft. But you got to realize all these things that this devil uses on the left-hand path, we're using righteously. We're using righteously, so we can use these things to heal us, because that's what the reason that they were put here in the first place, not for these witchcraft purposes. But yeah, man, that's really all I got to go on the subject. You know, don't be going and getting none of this goofy shit. Just to stay your ass home and pray. You know, make yourself a cup of tea if you have to. Pray over it. You know, ask Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to heal you. Ask Him to cover you and keep you free of these afflictions and plagues that are ravaging the earth. Because this is just the start of, man. There's going to be a lot more to come. You know, this is just the opening to the movie, essentially. You know. But yeah, that's what you need to do. You don't need to be running off and getting no weird tests on your ass. You know, because who knows what the enemy's gonna do to you. But anyway, that's all I really got to say. Slocky if I stumble a little bit. I'm a little tired. I'll just end it there. Um, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Wakakwadash. Hope this lesson was edifying. I want to say Shalom.